right, folks. You ever see a heavyweight champ take on a featherweight champ in the boxing ring? Well, you probably haven't seen that because that's illegal, actually. But in football, sometimes it happens. Kind of happened this weekend up in Neyland Stadium because Tennessee's about to tango with Austin Peay.
Broadcasting live from the only establishment in town that can't kick him out, his own basement. The world according to Rocket.
All right, huddle up, gang. Let's quarterback this bad boy and see what's coming up on Saturday at Neyland Stadium. It is I, Rocket Man, and I thank you for being here. I'd appreciate it if you slapped that like button and subscribe button just like they owed you money. And speaking of money, yeah, sure, I'll send out a solicit for that. Hit me up with a super thanks or super chat whenever I'm live. I'd appreciate it. Listen, Tennessee is strutting their home stuff right into the home opener this weekend. Some say it's going to be like a pro salsa dancer paired with your Uncle Bob at a wedding who just learned the cha-cha, right? We all seen that, right? It's entertaining, but you know it's just going to get really bad. The big boss daddy college football computer that we introduced this season predicts 42 points, a 42-point spread for Tennessee, and actually north of that, really. It's a big ask. Let's see if they can do it. Bazooka Joe picked up some criticism after the Virginia game on his accuracy issues in those 3 inaccurate passes that he threw right in a row. It's so stupid. The dude had a 70% completion rate. He was 21 for 30. That's pretty good. They just didn't go downfield a whole damn lot, right?
Threw about 5 balls over the top. Didn't hit all of them. Hit some of them. He played really well. He took what they gave him. He wasn't just naturally trying to just say, all right, I'm throwing this deep. He didn't have any of those type of plays. And when they were soft, he dropped it down, got outside, got to his second and third reads. First touchdown he threw was to his 4th read right there. So it was really great to see him operate like that.
For Joe to do that, to take what the defense is giving him when the coverage looks that way, is that a maturity or a discipline that you have to grow into to settle for those types of throws? I
think it is, because we all know that's what opens other things up downfield. There's a maturity to it, and there's an also, we've talked about since January, what he's put in and invested into this with his eye discipline. When you know where you're supposed to be, when you know the timing you're supposed to be on, when it's not there, it's much easier to get to the next one. If your eyes are all over the place trying to figure out what's going on or where you're supposed to be, well, now it's harder to get to 2, 3, 4, because you're just trying to find who the appropriate one is. So all that we've talked about since we came back here in January, February, you saw play out with his decision-making on Saturday. Right. That we've worked on that all off season. There's just different types of throws to make when you're working something over the middle of the field. You're probably touching something up into windows if you're on time. If somebody, like you saw the other day, Squirrel ran that hook on the far opposite sideline, he let that thing go with a vapor trail off the back of it. So you get those type of throws still, and then the one that he touched up to Ramel coming across the middle that we hit that big play on the 2nd and long that got us going. He just touched that up right over the top of the backer and dropped it in the bucket right there. So there's a multitude of throws that a quarterback has to play, and that's what you're seeing Joe do, is he's playing the game like a quarterback at a really high level, not a thrower. He is a quarterback that knows how to touch the ball up, knows how to use his arm strength when he needs it, knows how to dial it back to touch a ball up and be on time. It once again goes back to what we talked about with the overall quarterback play. He's extremely defined with his eyes, and he's pulling it, and he's coming down to run when it makes sense on the pass game, and he's pulling it in the run game when it also makes sense. He's not forcing anything. He's not saying, all right, I'm going to run this one. It's like, well, the defense isn't giving me the run. I'm going to keep pulling my fake out and letting our backs go for 10 yards a pop. Now they come around tight, and here he comes around the corner. And with what makes him effective, a 240-pound guy running 4.5 is super effective. So him getting around the corner can't be a ton of fun for a lot of people to see coming at him.
Now, the word on the field is that Tennessee might be daydreaming, picturing themselves on a sunny beach, which is really just Gainesville prepping for the SEC opener against Florida, right? Look, distractions can be fun, and some people are saying, hey, they're going to be distracted and they could mess up and they could get, oh, shut up. Really? I mean, come on. Austin Peay. God love them. I'm sure the fans love them. I'm sure the mamas and daddies love them and all that. But look, they just got beat last week by 26 points by Southern Illinois. They lost 49-23. Southern Illinois scored 49 points on them. All right. Ouch. So it's going to be a massacre, and I hope it is. It needs to be. They need to score 70 points in this game. I would like to see it like 70-3. They get a field goal in the last 30 seconds of the game. That's what I'd like to see. But who knows? I could be wrong. They do have a quarterback, allegedly, Mike DeLillo. Some say DeLillo. You say DeLillo. I say DeLillo. Never mind. That was a career ago. And they say he's got a pretty big arm as well, that he can throw a surprise party from a mile away. That's something, ain't it? Anyway, all I know is the Vols went through Virginia like a hot knife through butter, right? And it's going to be a massacre this weekend, and it should be. Nico should get in there and play a lot, as I said yesterday, and we have to establish Dante Thornton Jr. Ramel Keaton is established. Brew McCoy is established. We have to establish Dante Thornton Jr. We all got our panties in a knot a couple of weeks ago when we heard the center, Cooper Mays, the first gear in the offense, that he was hurt and had to have a minor procedure. As we learned, it was a hernia thing. That could be nagging him all week, all season, right? But he missed the Virginia game. I would imagine he's missing this game. Hopefully we can get him back for the Florida game, but I don't know. Mom's the word up there on Rocky Top. So who is the guy that's going to step in at center? I mean, this is an important position. Well, his name is Ollie Lane.
I was looking forward to earning that starting spot at the guard and worked a lot towards that. But I also, throughout my entire career, through high school, college, you name it, center has always been second nature to me, something that I've always had to play. So it wasn't too much of an adjustment. It was more or less just taking more of those reps than I had previously before, and actually kind of honing in on the technique and stuff that goes in that position. Coach Ellerby did a great job with kind of helping me with that. And then having great centers in the room with Parker and Cooper being able to help me too in areas that they can see more that I'm not necessarily seeing every single day. So Cooper's been there in my ear ever since I've been taking up more of the center reps. You know, he's a great leader and a great captain for this team and this offensive line. And pretty much what he told me Saturday was just go out there and play, be you, and play your game. And that gave me all the confidence I had to go play that game.
Speaking of injuries, Coach Heup had this to say about linebacker Keenan Pili and him being out.
For all those guys, you're going to see those guys play a bunch of football. You'll see us rotate a bunch there. For those guys, to be honest, I haven't seen anything a whole lot different other than who they've been, up until the moment of opportunity here with Keenan's injury. And I think that's a compliment to them individually, but also Coach BJ's done a great job of developing that room. Those guys will be excited to play. Expect whoever is in to play at a really high level. Continued growth and understanding, our gap assignments and, those assignments. Keenan was a great leader and did a really good job, had great football IQ. His communication was big for us. Those guys got to do a great job of that on Saturday night.
So, gang, hit me up with your predictions. You got a score, you got a margin, you got a total. Let me know what you're thinking down below. There you have it. That's all we got. This weekend is going to be fun. I can't wait. And I appreciate you waiting with me. I'm sure you can't wait either. It'd be good to get back in Neyland Stadium. Although I won't be there in person, I'll be there in spirit and watching it on TV. Hey, let me ask you a question. Should we do the live again? We did a live here, and we had, 15, 20 people in and out watching the game together. It was kind of fun. I liked it. Hey, slap that like and subscribe button like it owed you money. Okay? Because we're serving up more football feast faster than you can say, give him 6. Stay classy and sassy and keep your helmets on tight. See you in the next video. Go Big Orange.